Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. I think this might be as good a time as any. I haven't done it in a while. Please like the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like the Every Day is Funny playlist on Spotify. Check out our Discord. I want to get that going soon, especially if Every Day is Funny is going to become a religion. We're going to need that community aspect. And speaking of the Church of EDIF, every day this week, I have been regaling you with a new commandment in the Church of EDIF. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is falling apart. No, we're stronger than ever. Anyway, yesterday's commandment was, I admit this is kind of a flimsy commandment. It's more of just a rule. But in EDIF heaven, there are no gates. I don't believe in heaven's gates. For today's commandment, the fourth commandment, thou shalt not commit any heists. Which I'm serious about this one. No heists. Because the original 10 commandments has thou shalt not kill. But murder can happen when you least expect it. Self-defense, yada yada yada. There's always a logical reason to kill is what I'm saying. But heists take planning. There's never been an accidental heist. Listen, if you are a follower of the Church of EDIF, you do a heist and you can prove to me it was accidental, I'll let it slide. But right now, I'm drawing a line in the sand. No heists. Please. And if you don't like that, you can shove it, my man. Anyway, this also made me think of a movie premise about heists. What if there's a movie there's a struggling stand-up comedian and he's touring the country and he starts robbing banks to flaunt his wealth and pretend he's doing better at the job, so then maybe it will in turn lead to more gigs and success. And meanwhile, there's a stressed detective who's following these string of bank robberies, and he's found no leads and he's getting really stressed about it. And so he decides to go see a comedy show to take a break from it all, where, you guessed it, he ends up seeing this exact comedian. And he sees the show, and the comedian starts to put too many bank robbery jokes in his set, and it starts to arouse suspicion in the detective. Like, every joke starts with you ever rob a bank? And for some reason he thinks the crowd will be on board and relate. And it's just silence. So the detective starts to think, this is my guy. And he starts following him around the country, which further convinces him he's found the culprit as he does his stakeouts and stuff. But the problem is he really starts to like this guy's comedy, and he doesn't know if he should arrest him or not. It's kind of a commentary on the struggling artist, if you will. But again, the fourth commandment of EDIF, no heists. This is a movie premise. Do not try this at home. Heists should only be committed in fictional scenarios. I've been saying that from birth. I came out the womb saying heists should only happen in fictional scenarios. All right. Now let's get to the comics. You know what? Let's do our prayer. We didn't do it yesterday, and I feel ashamed. Let's do our Our Father spoof to get us into the comics. Bow your heads. Comic strips who are in papers, funny be thy frames. Thy kingdom come, pigs. Jokes will be done, on web as they are in print. Give us this day some mellow laughs, and forgive us our guffaws, as we forgive those who have never heard of Rex Morgan MD. And lead us not into full-blown meditation apps, but just this weird in-between niche thing. Amen. let's get our Wednesday started real weird by checking out some Zippy the Pinhead, my go-to for bizarre content. Today's strip is called Those People. We see a man drinking some booze. Headline: Dingberg poet Slouch Gavitsky feels a new poem coming on. He says, I heard my upstairs neighbor today. Sounded like he was choking a parrot. Who are these people? Do they think they're better than me? Don't they lie awake at night too, consumed by thoughts of Lawrence Welk? My job as a postal clerk is making me crazy. Who are these people? With their fragile and their do not bend, registered, certified. Who are these people? I went down to the 7-Eleven to get some beef jerky. Teenager in a Taylor Swift t-shirt gave me the fisheye. Hey, at least I don't choke parrots. Good Lord. Has anyone done a wellness check on the author of this in a while? I feel like we really lost the plot about the neighbors by the last panel. Is choking a parrot a euphemism? Because it kind of sounds like one. This is a comic who I really don't know who it's for, because they're referencing both Lawrence Welk and Taylor Swift in the same strip. That is like an 80-year difference of references. This Bill Griffith guy is all over the fucking place. Oh. Also, this Slouch Gavitsky just does not seem to know why they want to do a postal clerk job, or really how a post office works. I don't know that they should be working there if they're questioning the existence and need of something that's as fragile. And what's the fisheye? Is it like the stink eye? Forget just referencing Lawrence Welk. Why is this man consumed by thoughts of Lawrence Welk? Does he not understand how he got his success? He's a talented man. Lawrence Welk is one of the disciples of the Church of EDIF. Let's go to Maryworth. I want to see how Wilbur's doing since his daughter came to visit. Unannounced, after her mother, Wilbur's ex, threw her out of her own place after deciding she didn't want to hang out with her anymore. A really bizarre turn of events. All right, they're talking together at a table. Wilbur's daughter says, the years I spent away from mother made her used to tolerating only her own opinion. Wilbur says, knowing her, she changed her mind about your stayover when it didn't fit her vision of how it was supposed to go. When I was married to her, she did that a lot. Daughter says, she changed plans whenever things didn't go her way, didn't she? I'm just confused about what this stayover was supposed to entail and what actually did happen. Because, tolerating her own opinion of what? We're not getting specifics of what transpired, and it's starting to make me think that it's not solely the mother's fault. It didn't fit her vision of how it was supposed to go. What did the mother want her to do that she's claiming? Also, what's on the table? It looks like a box of little packets of butter, but that can't be it. Wilbur can't be consoling his daughter and opened up to help comfort her a box of little packets of butter. It has to be something else. I just don't know what. And we know Wilbur's kind of a loser, so I haven't been following this comic for the years that it's been in operation. Is there a chance the mother is kind of the right one in this situation, and Wilbur and the daughter are kind of... he threw a goldfish out to sea in a funeral whose cost rivaled a real human being's. I just don't know if we should be trusting Wilbur and the daughter that he instilled all of his core values and morals into. You know what I mean? Maybe, I feel like in most of these situations, the truth is hidden in the middle somewhere, but this is kind of mimicking Rex Morgan MD, where I know I'm supposed to side with Parker over the bully, but then Parker just wouldn't shut up, and I was like, the bully's starting to... The ideas of the bully are starting to not sound so bad. The punch and flee. So I don't know. I am not going to commit to either side of this battle yet, but I just need more information. What did the mom have planned for this stayover? And was she really just deciding one day, you know what, I don't want to see my daughter anymore. You should go. Because that doesn't sound like how things really went, in my opinion. Also, is Wilbur going to tell his daughter about the goldfish thing, or is that kind of going to be one of those things where if Mary ever comes over and she brings it up, Wilbur's like, shh, no, shut up. He realizes how cringy that was. I don't know. All right, Rex Morgan MD time. Yesterday, they were still visiting Parker in the emergency room after they'd been punched by the bully. And not much was said, honestly, yesterday. All right, we're still in the emergency room. Parker is talking to his aunt, Judy. They say, "Sorry to cause so much trouble, Aunt Judy." She says, "Oh, Parker, this isn't your fault. This is all on the bully." Parker says, "Maybe if I was just a little less weird, guys like him would leave me alone." Judy says, "That's not how it works, Parker. Bullies will use any excuse to harass others." Okay, a few things. Again, Parker, that is just more loser talk. Sorry to cause so much trouble. You got punched in the face. Judy saying this is all on the bully, as I just said when we were covering Mary Worth. I agree it's mostly the bully's fault. Don't know if I'd go 100% that direction, but sure. Also, Judy is cloaked in a dark shadow in the first panel that just feels like it gives the scene and situation a lot more grimness. I don't know if it's trying to foreshadow anything, like Judy's about to die of heartbreak, seeing her lose her nephew in this situation, or Judy's involved in the bully situation somehow, trying to toughen up her family member, paying off a bully to commit a crime. Who knows? I mean, bullies will use any excuse to harass others, but there's a specific reason Parker was targeted and not anybody else, and targeted nonstop. It is because they're a little weird. You can admit that, Judy, and still not put any blame on Parker. But I understand you probably don't want to say that to them while in a hospital bed. I understand that. All right, let me think of what to comment. All right, I'm going to comment. This is such a stupid comment. Parker said, if I were a little less weird, I wouldn't be bullied. I'm going to comment from the point of view of Aunt Judy. Parker, you either tone back the weirdness to a normal person status, or you go full throttle performance art like Andy Kaufman. Anything in between like you are now is just asking for a beating. I do think that's true though. If you went so weird, I think the bully would just think you're kind of crazy and not want to mess with you. But this in-between, self-conscious about it thing is doing nobody any favors. All right, time to wind down for this Wednesday, July 10th. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, no heists. And also remember, every day is funny.